懐かしいなって英語でなんて言うんでしょう。朝、それって簡単でしょ？ nostalgic。ちょっと待ってください。確かに懐かしいを辞書で調べると nostalgic が出てくるのですが、使い方は実はちょっと違います。I'm so nostalgic!
朝どうしたの？
皆さんこんにちは、アーサーです。今回のレッスンではネイティブの話す感覚に基づいて懐かしいの実際の言い方を学びましょう。よろしくお願いします。So, how do you say 懐かしい in English? Well, if you look it up in the dictionary, if you look up 懐かしい, out comes nostalgic. And to be honest, both of them have the same dictionary meaning, and in some situations, you can use them the same. But in other situations, you cannot use the word nostalgic. It feels kind of strange. I'll get into that in a little bit more detail later, but first let's look at how to use the word nostalgic when you want to use 懐かしい. The word nostalgic has the image of having feelings of happiness and sadness towards the past or something from the past. It's a feeling, so normally a person can be nostalgic. For example, you can say, I'm nostalgic for the Showa era. I'm nostalgic for the 80s. Now, I have a question for you. What period are you nostalgic for? Please write in the comment section below. But what about phrases like, this is a nostalgic book, this is a nostalgic song, a thing, not a time? Well, now you could say this, but personally it feels a little bit strange to me because the book doesn't have those feelings. The book makes you feel those feelings. You are still the center of this. So instead of saying, this is a nostalgic book, it feels more natural to say, this book is nostalgic for me. This song is so nostalgic for me. My Neighbor Totoro is very nostalgic for me.
The brilliant green is very nostalgic for me.
Oh, that's great!
知ってる？
知らない。
なんだ？
When you have a program on TV or a place that focuses on 懐かしさ, you can use the word nostalgia. For example, Hanbei is an izakaya in Tokyo that is built on nostalgia for the Showa era. It has a very nostalgic atmosphere. Or you could say, this TV program is a nostalgic look at the Showa era. This TV program is all about nostalgia for the Showa era. Now, saying it this way is fine. It's grammatically correct, and even native speakers won't feel awkward when you use it this way. But the word nostalgic doesn't always work. And to understand why, we need to not look at the dictionary meanings. We need to focus on the image, the feeling. You know, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I always say, 英語の目的は日本語の単語を英語に変換するのではなく、頭の中のイメージ、気持ち、情報、いわばメッセージを相手に伝えることです。And even if some words have the same dictionary meaning, they don't always share the same image. And it's because many people focus on just the dictionary meaning that they speak unnatural English. If we want to learn natural English and communicate well, we need to focus on the message, not the dictionary words. And that's what I want to do through this channel. I created this channel to help you not just learn English, but to actually be able to use it, to actually talk with foreigners in the real world. And if that's something you're interested in, well, I share videos every week on this channel, so please subscribe to this channel. I hope it helps you. Now, why does nostalgic not always work? Well, nostalgic has the same dictionary meaning as 懐かしい, but the feeling is different. The word nostalgic is a formal word. It's based on French and doesn't really convey strong feelings, but cold, hard facts. If you want to know more about how to tell if words are casual or formal, please check out this video here. And since nostalgic is a formal word, it is used in calm situations. But in Japanese, you can say 懐かしい in emotional ways, right? For example, この曲が懐かしい。この映画懐かしい。But in these situations, if you say, this song is nostalgic, or this movie is nostalgic, the feeling of the words doesn't match your emotions, and it feels a little bit strange. It's kind of like saying, 幸福だ! Instead of saying, 幸せ. So what can you say when you want to say those emotional exclamations? Well, there are 5 ways I'll share in this video, and they are a bit complicated, but the easiest one to say is the last one. For just saying, 懐かしいな, you could say something like, that brings me back.
I'm going to watch 隣のトトロ.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro? Oh, that brings back memories. The image is that those memories were locked away and you didn't think about them, but now they are rushing back to you, filling you up. If you want to share more details on what kind of memories, you can say, that brings back memories of 何々. For example,
I'm going to watch Sleeping Beauty.
oh, Sleeping Beauty. Oh, that brings back memories of me watching movies with my mom. Another thing you could say is, oh, that takes me back.
I'm going to watch 隣のトトロ.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro. Oh, that takes me back. The image is that you feel transported back in time to that moment again. It's like you're there again. And you can also tell more details by saying, that takes me back to when 何々. For example,
I'm going to watch Sleeping Beauty.
oh, Sleeping Beauty. Ah, that takes me back to when I still lived in Germany. Ah, that brings back memories. If you want to focus not on a thing, but on a specific time period, maybe that those times were better than now, you could say something like, ah, those were the good old days.
I'm going to watch 隣のトトロ.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro. Oh, I used to watch that movie when I was a kid. Ah, those were the good old days. The point here is not to say old, but ol. It's just a simplified pronunciation, not old days, but old days. And people actually write it this way now. The final expression you could use is very simple. You just say, I miss 何々. For example, I miss those days. I miss 懐かしいもの.
I'm going to watch 隣のトトロ.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro. I used to watch that when I was a kid. I miss those days.
朝小さい頃はゲームやってた?
Oh, yeah, I used to play Super Nintendo. Man, I miss my Super Nintendo. So, for example, to say, 昭和懐かしいね, you could say something like, ah, the Showa era. Those were the good old days. I miss the Showa days.
朝って何年生まれだっけ?
平成4年.
昭和に生まれてなかったのに懐かしいって?
あ、そう言われてみればやっぱりおかしいかな。Alright, まとめに入りましょう。1、懐かしいと nostalgic は辞書で調べると同じ意味になりますが、気持ちのレベルが違うので、単純に置き換えるとは限らないですね。2、気持ちが高まっている時の懐かしいは英語で言うと、that brings back memories. That takes me back. Those were the good old days. I miss その時、そのもの。でもちょっと待ってください。今から動画の最も大事なところに入ります。今回のレッスンではネイティブの実際に話す感覚に基づいて英語を学べました。でも英語をどう学んでも実際に使えないと意味がないです。勉強になった、参考になったと思う方が多いのですが、いきなり外国人と対面して使う機会があっても頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこないです。僕自身も勉強したのに使う機会があったら話せないという辛さも分かっています。でも実際に話せるようになる鍵を発見して世界とつながるメソッドにまとめてみました。もしあなたは今の英語学習で満足している場合は問題ないです。ぜひこちらの動画をご覧ください。でももしあなたは英語を学んでも話せないという悩みを抱えているなら世界とつながるメソッドについてぜひご確認ください。より多くの方が実際に話せるようにそのメソッドをただいま無料で紹介していますので To get more information, you can click up here or you can click the link in the description box below.Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you use it to connect with the world. And これからも一緒に世界とつながりましょう。I'll see you guys next time.